I want to ask you a question. Do you hide how you're really doing? How are you really feeling from other people? Like you feel terrible. You're in pain, emotional pain or physical pain, or your family's not doing well, you didn't get enough sleep, but then you meet someone at work or online in the store and they say, how are you today? And then you just lie. You just say, oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing fine. Does this happen to you? Even when your friends ask you, like, yeah, so what you been up to? Are you, how's it going? Are you okay? And then you just say, yeah, I'm doing great. Everything's fine. Although deep down inside, you're not doing well. So now, have you ever asked yourself why you're doing that? Well, probably you already know what I'll tell you. It happened because this is how you've been told to behave when you were a kid. You see, when I was growing up and my dad was an alcoholic and, there was not fun evenings or days there. But we just kind of played along and pretend like everything is fine. And, I had no right to tell this to my friends or my neighbors, complain or to say, we just totally ignored the whole fact. And so I'm being really taught since I was little, never talk about my feelings, never even express my feelings to my mother about that, yet alone to other people outside the doors. It's like what happens in the family stays in the family, kind of like Vegas, whatever stays in, whatever happens in Vegas, that stays in Vegas. Well, it was no fun there at home. So first, of course, we want to keep the face of the family, right? And if the caregiver tells us that we know we depend on them, they tell us what to do, we're going to do it. Because we want to make sure we survive, yes? Make sure that we still have way to live, and we want to make sure we still have something to eat. So out of survival, we're going to do whatever they tell us to do. And one of the things that they say, do not talk about the problems that you see at home to other people. And from one point of view, it looks like, oh yeah, well, that makes no sense because that's nobody's problem. But what happens is that that child that grows up now into adult cannot handle a lot of things by themselves. We belong in a group. Did you notice that it's much easier when you start talking with somebody about your issues and your problems and they give you advice and just pure talking and opening up, you realize that other people also have similar problems. And you also notice that, now when I talk with someone, they gave me some solutions, that just empathy, just consoling things, and just feel better. And then when you start talking with others, you realize that, they are also going through the same thing. And you finally don't feel so alone anymore. You find solutions, you move forward, you get your life in a better place instead of just pretending like everything is fine. So I want to ask you to really think about your life and how is that you deal with things that happen in your life. Are you sharing? And I know there's some people say, well, I'm very introverted and I don't really do those kind of things. But you still should be able to have some people in your life that you open up. Some people that you can say, this is how I'm really truly doing. And if you have problem of opening up to other people, then ask yourself why, you are afraid of that. How is that serving you? Probably it's a survival. And maybe you can start opening up. And if you're afraid to talk about your feelings altogether, then just write a diary and just put on that piece of paper how you feel. Allow yourself to feel it to begin with. And allow yourself to express it, what you're not happy about, just point things out. Stop that pretending like everything is fine. Because if you're not going to identify what is not working out for you, there's no way you're going to change it. Instead of that, you're just going to be so unhappy, disappointed, and it's just thinking like this is never gonna end, and then you will be depressed and you can just really physically get ill. So think about what you what is that you're sweeping under the rug. Just really identify how you're dealing with your emotions and how are you good in talking with other people, asking for help. And if you are great with those things, that's awesome. But if not, then do some little steps every single day, how you can up to yourself, to your own feelings, and to other people. So I want to hear from you and leave me a comment and let me know how is, maybe you were in the place where you were really introverted and you wanted to share anything, and now you're sharing, and how did you do that? I would like to hear your success story. And if you want to do one-on-one coaching, I'll be very happy to talk to you. And how to book a call, it is in the description. And I'll talk to you tomorrow.